Hello, everybody. Good morning. How ours? What's ours? My lips just start working today. Let me try that again. How is everyone today? Now that my lips are working, now I can react. So, what are we doing today? Well, the year is almost up. So I thought we'd do a look back on things foodie beauty. Because Foodie is in Kuwait right now and she's trying to sell this idea that she's a changed person. And you guys know how I feel about Foodie. I stand by my thought that she has not changed. She's just put on a different kind of disguise for who she really is. She's putting on a character for a guy so that he'll hang out with her. If you want my opinion, I don't think her and Salah are married, especially after last night. She was doing a live stream and she called him her boyfriend. What a strange thing to call your supposed husband. You're wearing rings and you're telling everyone that you're married for the longest, and then you say it's your boyfriend. I'm sorry, I've been married twice, and my husband is my husband. Your husband does not turn into your boyfriend. Your husband is always your husband. So yeah, Foodie did that. And not only did she do that, but she was raging at a plethora of reaction channels last night, which leads me to the thought that her views are down, her subscriptions are down, her members have gone down. And what Foodie did last night, she's just fishing. She's fishing to get anybody and everybody talking about her because we are in the month of December. And for those who are not YouTubers, the month of December is the highest paying month of the year. The RPM goes up a little bit. For those who are not familiar with that, the RPM is the amount that you get paid per 1,000 views. In the month of December, it goes up a bit. And Foodie is essentially missing out on a lot of money because she's in Kuwait and she's doing content that really is not taking off the way she thought it would. But I thought we'd take a look back at Miss Foodie today, courtesy of the lovely, the talented, the hardworking Just Saying. She did a video about 11 months ago called Foodie Beauty, Rage Against Her, Not Her Boyfriend, Liar, the highlights. And I want to give my thoughts to it and how it relates to everything going on right now. So let me just go ahead and share the screen. And I will leave a link for Just Saying's video in the description. I've also got a couple other videos. I'll leave the links for those too. So there's the video from Just Saying. And a lot of things that happened 11 months ago, I feel are going to happen once she leaves Kuwait and comes back home to Canada. So let's get to, shall we? There's the lovely, hardworking Just Saying.
I can tell he's bothered. He's on his date, and all he can think about is be mad at me. For what? What is he mad at me for? Do you want me to list shit I've done for him versus the shit he's done to me? And he has the nerve to be like, I'm having a Christmas party with a woman. No, he has the fucking, you have the, I know you're.
So this was 11 months ago. Foodie is in Kuwait right now. This is going to be her when she comes back. Because even if her and Salah have some sort of agreement of, I'll just come on camera with you and I'll play a part to help your channel in some way. I'll be your co-host and this is what I get out of it later. Even if there is a spoken agreement, some kind of verbal contract, if you will. We know Foodie, she gets attached way too quickly. If a guy even looks at her for 2 minutes, she gets attached. And if she has given Salah any kind of money or done anything for him, this is going to be her when she gets home. The moment that he doesn't pick up that phone, when she calls, she's going to be this person right here. everything that I did for him. And you guys don't know what happened in Kuwait. He wouldn't let me eat. He was so mean to me. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's coming because that's who she is. She wants what she wants. She wants who she wants. She has no respect for anybody else's feelings or anybody else's personal space. If she wants you, she wants you, and she doesn't care how you feel. And if she's done anything for you, she will use whatever she did to throw it in your face, to make you feel guilty, to make you feel awful for not being with her. You know, she just basically pushes and shoves her way into your life.
You're gonna watch this. You have the effing fucking nerve to sit in, it's supposed to be our bedroom, but whatever. Your bedroom, a girl sitting on your bed. Yeah, that's okay. And you ignore my calls. But I'm not allowed to live with Pete. But I lived with Pete when you met me. And you're lying to everybody when you say we were together for a week. Come on now. Like, it feels like a week, yeah, but give me a break. Anyways. Oh, he's such a liar. And I had a sick feeling this would happen. People are like sympathizing with him more because he's such a piece of crap.
Well, you're both pieces of crap. Let's just tell the truth. Natter's a piece of crap, but so are you. You're a master manipulator when it comes to YouTube. You scam people out of money. You come on YouTube and you do self-harm content. And yes, ma'am, that's exactly what it is. You are a binge eater. You have openly admitted that. And even if you didn't, I would still know that about you. You got a problem with food. And instead of getting therapy and treatment for your disorder, you've monetized it. You attracted the feeders to your channel. And you expect everybody in your audience to enable all of your addictions and impulses and bad behavior. You monetized your problems. You're not trying to solve them. But you're both pieces of crap. And do you know what I find interesting about your case, Foodie? You being a master manipulator that you are. It's it's ironic justice if there was ever ironic justice. You being such a scammer, you were around Natter, and even though he was playing games with you, as smart as you think that you are, you weren't that smart because you couldn't see how he was playing the game. I remember all the streams where you kept going on and on and on and on and on about all he has to do is fake love me. You big flippin' idiot. Do you not understand how scamming works? If you've got a bad boy like Natter, and if he's getting everything he wants out of you being bad, why would that prompt him to be good? Because the more he was a jerk to you, the more you gave him trying to buy his love. I still can't believe you never picked up on that. You never picked up on the game. I called it way early. I knew exactly what he was doing. It's justice that you being a scammer, as many people as you scammed on YouTube, you got scammed by a scammer. And it's happening again. You're around Sala. And obviously, it's not love. He doesn't love you. We can all see he can't stand you. You can sit there and tell us all you want. The two of you are married. But it's not the behavior or the energy of people who are madly in love. He can't stand you, Foodie. And tell the truth. You are miserable over there. You're alone. You can't get in your car and go anywhere. You're stuck at the house. You don't have your party favors. You don't have your freedom to go where you want to go. You're miserable, but your pride is getting in the way. As much as you eat every day, your throat still isn't big enough to swallow the words that you've eaten. You still can't swallow your pride. All the words that come out of your mouth, the words that can't come out of your mouth are I'm sorry and I was wrong. You would rather stay in Kuwait forever than admit that the reaction channels were right, that the audience was right, that going to Kuwait was a mistake, that it was stupid. You just will never, ever, ever admit that. Oh, you prideful creature. Now do you understand why pride is one of the 7 deadly sins, along with gluttony and wrath? Do you get it now? Do you know why it's called one of the 7 deadly sins? Your pride. You'll choke on your pride. Choke on it.
Whatever. Like, really? You're gonna sit there and have a Christmas party, like, and be like, and just ignore me? And like, what did I do to you? Like, what? Why am I not talking to you right now? Why did I break up with you? You acted like a fucking lunatic the last time we were together. Like, then why are you here? Then don't be here. Then why are you here? Because you like made me fall in love with you. And then you fucking I don't know. And then you like treat me like.
See, this is what she's gonna say about Sala. If she comes home, whenever that is, this is what she's gonna say about Sala. Oh, he made me fall in love with him. She's gonna make all kinds of claims about Sala. You know, and her beaters are gonna get mad at Sala and believe her lies and go bother him. You know, and they're gonna attack him and his channel. I still something just keeps telling me that there was some sort of spoken agreement between Foodie and Sala. I think Foodie being on her channel, you guys want my opinion. I think Foodie long ago she hit the ceiling with content ideas. She brought every shocking, outrageous, vulgar thing she could to her channel. And she ran out of ideas and she ran the whole Natter arc into the ground. It got to the point where there was nothing else that she could add to the plot line to keep it interesting. And her views started to tank. And her subscribers started to get really, really, really bored and go to reaction channels and go elsewhere. So she's just been desperate trying to find anything to keep the money flowing because the money is going down. And speaking of money, Foodie, I would like to show you something. This is courtesy of MARLEY HENDRIX. You know, they say when you speak out loud, you put it out into the universe will respond to you. So this is a clip from MARLEY HENDRIX. This is from the infamous Cuba Rage stream. I'm going to play this clip for a minute.
But why? Why do I have to be sad? I didn't do anything to anybody. I just love everybody. I love all of you. I love everybody. Whatever money I make, whatever laptops I buy, whatever hotel rooms I'm in, I don't give a fuck. It doesn't mean anything to me. Does it make me happy? Does it make me happy to have money? Does it make me happy to make fucking $50,000 a month? It doesn't make me happy.
Boom! Foodie, you were in Cuba and you kept saying, I have so much money. I have so much money. And here you are saying, I've got all this money and it's not making me happy. And you know what? Since you were speaking a little bit of truth this night, the universe responded and said, oh, so you making money is not making you happy? Well, let us help you fix that. Since you are simply just disgruntled with the money, we'll just take it away from you. And that's exactly what happened. You manifested that for yourself, the not making money part. Although it wasn't just the universe that helped that manifest, you had an active hand. And you did that by being a complete bee to people, blocking members left and right. You would go on rage sprees and block sprees and be in your chat saying, who wants to be blocked? And oh, you said this, I'm blocking you, blocking people left and right. And every time you blocked one of those people, you were blocking a paying member. coupled with the fact that your content is just getting more and more and more boring, people come to your channel and they can't talk to you for free. They have to be a VIB just to say hi to you. People can come on your channel and watch you, but if you're doing a live stream, which you do a lot of those, people have to pay to talk to you. And a lot of people don't like the feeling of feeling forced to pay money for something, especially if they have the option of going onto a reaction channel and they can watch for free and they can talk for free. And then if they want to spend money on someone's membership or a super chat, they can. But if they don't want to, they don't have to. People don't being forced into anything, Foodie. You thought you were so freaking smart, locking down your chat, putting up a paywall when that was the dumbest thing you could have done. You think you're a smart businesswoman, but yet if you were really that smart, you look at the reaction channels and see how they do things, how they interact with people, take some notes, write them down, and then put that on your channel, but you do the complete opposite. So between you're all over the place, boring content, you over there trying to be so many things at once. You know, you're trying to combine being a food vlogger and a travel vlogger and a mukbanger all at the same time, which doesn't work because there's 3 different outlooks going on with each one. A travel vlogger, you're focusing on the places, showing places. A food vlogger, it's about the food, not how much food you can stuff in your mouth. A food vlogger, they will describe the food in detail to where you can almost taste it. And a mukbanger, it's all about eating a massive amount of food, but the food has to look really appetizing, which you're not even doing that. So you're failing at all 3. You're trying to combine all 3, trying to grab at all 3 different kinds of audience, and you're not showing any of those aspects in a positive light. It just looks a mess. But you said in this clip, I've got so much money. Well, the universe fixed that for you. And now what you're trying to do is get something started. You're going after many different reaction channels because you're looking for a reaction. You're looking for a boost in views, trying to start up some kind of mini wars all over the place. We see what you're doing over here, Foodie. It's something you've done before. Many, many times. You need a boost in views. You need something to talk about. You'll poke at a reaction channel or several different reaction channels. You've got some favorites that way. Some people you'll go after, some people you won't. But you desperately need something to talk about, especially right now, since Salah's really not coming on camera with you anymore, is he? No. So you're over there all by your doggone self, and you're running out of things to talk about. So let's poke at the reactors and get them to talk about me so I can talk about them, so I can make some kind of holiday money during the month of December, because I'm not at home where I could be in front of my computer raging and probably making more money by myself than I can with Salah. That's what's up. But going back over here,
Like shit. Somebody who like does everything for everything, just from supporting your fucking cigarette habit. Oh, well, that doesn't give you. You're not gonna twist my arm just because you do things for me. No, but a little fucking appreciation would be nice. And yeah, maybe not be so fucking selfish.
Foodie, you are not that person that a thank you is gonna suffice. When you do things for people, you look at them and you think to yourself, they owe me now. And I won't cash in right now, I'll cash in later. I'll sit on my heels and I'll wait. But if you do things for people, it's because you want them to owe you. That's your way of trapping people with you. That's your mentality. Not being with a man, as most people are. You're all about that trap a man near you mentality where they can't escape. You know, that's where your mindset is. I'm going to trap a guy so that he can't get away from me. And I think you have that mentality because you know how vulgar and inappropriate you are. You don't want to have that man to have a choice. You want him to stay near you. So the only way you know how to hold on to a man is to put him in a position where he can't leave.
In bed all the time. Like, oh my god. He really cares about me. He wouldn't care so much about how he looks to people. He would be like, okay, let's do a sit down video and tell people this happened, but we're getting through it and we love each other. Like, he just completely lies about things and just makes it look like I'm crazy. And anyway, I've been ridiculous tonight. Why? I mean, yes, but am I crazy for being upset, for being angry?
She gets upset because she's not getting her way. That's pretty much what it boils down to. When she doesn't get her way, she gets upset. She doesn't have that mentality of, maybe I should consider the feelings of other people and what they want. Maybe I should consider people's privacy or the right to privacy. Maybe the person I'm around doesn't want to be on YouTube or exposed on YouTube or have all their personals talked about on YouTube. She feels because she's completely comfortable exposing everything to YouTube, then everybody else should too. Like, but she doesn't understand that and she doesn't want to understand that. And she just doesn't get it. It, Chantal, for the longest, you've been wanting a man to claim you. And I think it's so sad and pathetic that you would actually say out loud, all he has to do is fake love me. Do you know how sad and pathetic that sounds? You're saying to the world, you're saying to a guy, you don't even have to love me, just pretend to love me. Then that means you really don't have love, do you? It's a guy putting on an act. So is that appropriate? Because if he's fake loving you, that means he's on YouTube. He's pretty much a paid for actor acting out a part like Sala is right now. Well, even if a guy fake loves you and he's playing out a part, the problem is your obsession and you get your feelings involved. And then because you feel something and the other person doesn't feel anything, you become wrathful. Even though there might be a spoken agreement, everything is understood, emotionally on the inside, you don't understand. You take it too far. You become wrathful and you use your anger and your YouTube channel to go after someone because you're not getting your way. You have a history of using your money on YouTube, from YouTube, to push your way into other people's lives. Try to buy your way as access into somebody else's life. And if they say no at some point because they just can't take who you are, you become basically an online bully. And you become wrathful. You did the online version of throwing a temper tantrum. Because you're not getting what you want. You can sit there and say, all he has to do is fake love me. I think you saying that, you were lying to yourself. I think what you really meant was, in the beginning, all he has to do is fake love me. But in the end, he better be really in love with me. And I've said it many times, Chantal, and I'll say it again. Real love, real feelings, real connection, those are things you cannot buy for any price. They're either there or they're not there. But you honestly think that money buys everything, that it excuses away all of your bad behavior and your vulgarness and your grossness. It doesn't. Throwing money at a person doesn't mean they're going to look past everything that is you. You want a man in your life so bad, but yet you will not do the work to fix yourself. You just want to go on being the way that you are and throw money at guys, and you get what you get from that, which is temporary companionship, but that's all it is temporary.
If he really cared about me, he wouldn't care so much about how he looks to people. He would be like, okay, let's do a sit-down video and tell people this happened, but we're getting through it and we love each other. Like, he just completely lies about things and just makes it look like I'm crazy. And anyway, I've been ridiculous tonight. Why? I mean, yes, but am I crazy for being upset, for being angry? Rusty Shackelford. Shut up, Rusty. I'm not Kara. Of course I have rights to defend myself. Fuck. They're laughing at me. That's disgusting. And actually, do I look that pathetic as she looks sitting in the kitchen, like reading his super chats? Ugh, actually, I'm not going to miss those days. His boss. He's not a good person. Ross Wayne, paying money doesn't make one to love you, didn't know? I always learn the hard way. What is he telling you that he's not telling us?
You know, this is going to be Chantal when she gets back from Kuwait. Actually, it's going to be 10 times worse. And why do I think it's going to be worse? Because in the past, when Chantal would say, spend time around motorcycle guy or Mr. Coffee or Natter, the visits were always temporary. And even with those temporary, just spend a couple of days or spend a week visits, she would always have to come home, back to her life at home. And we see how obsessive and angry she is over just that little bit of time that she spent with those men. She's been in Kuwait with Salah for well over a month. Imagine how the obsession is going to be when she gets back. And she's thousands of miles away from Salah. She's going to be blowing up his phone. And when she can't reach him, when he doesn't pick up that phone, she's going to blow up. And I'm going to go on record as saying that if she returns back to Canada, because there's still a part of me that thinks that she's going to try very, very hard to stay in Kuwait as long as possible, just because Chantal is that female that if you are a man that she's interested in, the only way she trusts you is if you're sitting right next to her. If you're in the next room, if you're down the street, she doesn't know what you're doing. She doesn't know who you're talking to. This woman is about manipulation and control. She's a control freak. And if she doesn't have you next to her, if you're somewhere else, you've got a little bit of freedom, she's wondering what you're doing with it. Her jealousy and her insecurity eat her up inside. So if she was going through all of this and Nader was in the same province, can you imagine what's going to happen when she's thousands of miles away from Salah? Even if they have a written agreement that was agreed upon, hey, I'm just here as a paid-for actor. I'll help you with your content. I'll help you with your channel. There's no feelings here. We're just putting on an act. Tell that to Chantal and her feelings. Even though mentally she knows it's just a paid-for act, she gets too wrapped up and wrapped around people. And Salah is someone that she's been hanging out with for over a month. Is she going to be able to let go? If she does, it's not going to be pretty, y'all. It's not going to be pretty at all.
What? Oh, a lot, Brooke. A lot. Kimberly Ann, all he did was use you, Chantal. Don't you see that? Just shut him down and spill the tea. I know that live you snapped at him that he hit you. a pile of dung. Chantal, you're not crazy for being upset, but we just want to see you take yourself more seriously. Some criticism is valid and should listen to it. I know some are a pile of dung.
Speaking of phone calls, this clip from Marley HENDRIX. This is basically, this is going to be Chantal when she comes home from Kuwait. This is going to be Chantal when she gets home. What happened with Nader, it's going to happen with Salah, I promise you. And that's if he cares to pick up the phone. Because Salah is a cool customer, unlike Nader. Nader he had a temper. We know that. He's a bit of a hothead. To compare the two, I would say Nader is a butcher and Salah is a surgeon. You know, Salah is more of a smooth operator. He doesn't come on camera and lose his temper. If he's got something to say to Chantal, he's not going to do it on a live or a video where everybody can hear it. You see, he's going to wait until the camera is shut off. Because if he's got something to say, nobody's going to know about it. There's always going to be that area of denial that he can fall back on. Nader was very happy to engage her and go off on her in live streams, and so everybody knew, you know, like who he was. Salah's Mr. Smooth over there. He's staying very quiet. He's staying in the background. He's playing his part, but he's staying in the background. So he might not even pick up the phone when Chantal calls when she goes back home. But this is what happened when Chantal was with Nader. And this is a stream where she was so incredibly drunk. Was this the live stream when she was so drunk she vomited all over her bed in her bedroom? I think it was. I could be wrong, though. She's done a few of those. But all this vitriol that she's put out about Nader, and look, she's drunk. She's literally drunk dialing him. Drunk dialing this person that you claimed essayed you and DV'd you, and he's so horrible. And he has the black-eyed rage. He's scary. I need a safe word. This one, that man, that she claimed all of that, and yet she kept going back and paying for hotels and motels and gift packages and paying the phone bill, bought him a new iPad, paying for the cable. Yeah, she did all that. Probably still doing a little bit of that too. Who knows? But here she is drunk dialing Nader. And talk about not respecting somebody's privacy. See, this is how it all got started. She started talking about Nader in code, and then she got on the phone with him because she was so desperate for everybody to know about him. She was so desperate to claim that there was a man around her. She got on the phone, and then she showed his name on the phone, just like that. And within minutes, Kiwi Farm had the name. That's how people knew who it was. And then Nader got angry with her, but Chantal has no sense of decency in respecting somebody's privacy. She just wanted to be claimed, and she didn't care what the price. But her doing this right here is exactly what she did to him the first time that everybody knew about him.
Hey. Are you reacting to me?
Fuck this.
What?
Fuck this.
Yeah, but somebody said you're reacting to two asshole. You're reacting to me. I'm not reacting to you.
I'm reacting to it.
See, Chantal's a coward. She'll say all kinds of awful things about you through her live stream because her live streams are where she feels the most in control. You know, I've been reacting to Chantal for a long time, and it just kind of hit me one day. The reason why Chantal's always got her face in that camera. Because as long as she's looking into her camera, she's looking right ahead of her. She doesn't have to pay attention to anything behind her. Everything directly behind her is a mess. Her house is a mess. Her finances are a mess. Her health is a mess. But as long as she looks in that black mirror, she doesn't have to see the reflection of everything behind her that needs to be taken care of. She can avoid it. She can escape from it. She can ignore it. So let's just be on camera for 6 to 10 hours because everything else behind her, as long as she does that, she doesn't have to pay attention. But she's got the chance right here to tell him off. She didn't do it. She's acting like a 16-year-old high school girl talking to a crush on the phone. It was disgusting.
Oh,
And who gives a fuck if I left you?
I care. You have no reason to be mean to me.
Yeah.
Mm. What do you have to be mean to me about? Hmm?
Mm.
Oh.
Mm.
Say you love me.
Where's my thumbnail?
I'm drunk and on live. I gotta go. See? Where's my thumbnail? Where's my thumbnail? Where's my thumbnail?
And that's going to be Sala. That's going to be Sala when she comes home. If she comes home, that's going to be Sala. She's going to be doing that to him, calling him 70, 80 times a day. Just because he's not going to be there. I think part of the reason why Chantal likes Sala around her is he's a decent looking guy. And she's got a huge ego and she's a narcissist, and anything that brings her more attention, she's all about having that around her. So if Sala's not going to be there, part of that attention goes away.
I mean, like, he treats everybody, literally everybody, nicer than he treats me, and I do the fucking most for him. Like,
that's because you're a moron, and the more of a jerk he acts with you, the more you give him trying to buy his love. OMG, Chantal. OMG. My God, woman. You never figured it out. I figured it out. I mean, he figured you out, obviously. Look at Pete's. Pete is a dick for the way he treats those cats. I'm always going to think that. I don't like Pete's being around the cats. I don't trust him with the cats at all. And if I were standing in front of him right now, we'd be having some words. I wouldn't put my hands on him because I'm not going to jail for nobody, but we'd have some words. Words you don't want to hear. But look at Pete's. Look at the way you treated Pete's. Look at the way you treated every guy in your life that was halfway decent. You manipulated them. You cheated on them. You lied to them. And you probably never even gave them half of what you gave Natter. You don't think Natter picked up on that? That when it comes to good guys, you'll get a good guy, you'll run right through him, you'll use him up, and then go on to the next one? So he figured out pretty early. The way to keep this fish on the hook is to be unobtainable, a jerk, be out of reach. For the first time in your life, Chantal, you got challenged. Somebody was telling you no, and that fascinated you. It was exciting for you. Here's this bad boy that wants nothing to do with me. I'm being challenged. Your ego just could not take that. That you weren't getting your way, so you were determined at all costs to get your way. And so it was all that drama for over a year. It was all about you trying to get your way and to get control of Natter. And you never got it. But you tried. You don't appreciate decent men. Not at all. Pete was halfway decent. He worked. He took care of you. Same thing with BB. How did you treat both of them? You cheated, you lied. You put Pete in debt. BB was smart. He got out before things got really bad. And you obsessed over BB for the longest. You're rotten, so you deserve to be around those that are also rotten. You don't deserve a decent man. You look at decent men, and a stable life is being boring. And now here we are, and you're in Kuwait playing the part of the happy housewife. But there's one part wrong with that. You're not happy. but yet you won't swallow your pride and admit the truth that you are not happy. You're miserable. You've got that chip on your shoulder with reaction channels, and you think proving them wrong is more important than being happy. Well, you go with that and see where that leads you.
Even talking shit about him online helped him financially in some way. Kimberly Ann, welcome to Very Important Research. Ready, set, peace. Like, I'm pretty sure if you knew the fucking shit I did for him, like, and it's never good enough. It's always something upsetting him about something. Like, I can never do anything right. He's always berating me for everything. You know, he's like a fucking emotional vampire.
The irony. Chantal, you are an emotional vampire. You have a need for attention like nothing else I've ever seen. You need constant attention. You want to be in the spotlight all the time, to the point where you won't even acknowledge that the people that are giving you attention, they've got other things they have to do. They've got other places they have to put their attention. It can't always be on you. Just like all those nights, all those weeks, you did 6 to 10 hours of live streams. Woman, ain't nobody got time to watch 6 to 10 hours of you. When would everybody have a chance to take a shower? Seriously, we got to have time to take a shower. We got to have time to cook a meal, take our shoes off after work, play with our cat, our dog, feed them, take them to the park. You gave no time for that, ma'am. You just thought everybody was sitting at home from morning until midnight watching you. That is how out of touch with reality you are. Just thinking everybody had all the time in the world for you. Your need of attention, it's smothering. It's out of control. You want everybody to give you attention, but the irony is you won't even give attention to yourself. You won't pay attention to you, to what's going on with your health, what's going on with your life. And maybe you want everybody to pay attention to you so that you could escape from your life. So you wouldn't have to turn away from the camera and focus on fixing your shit.
And, when he gets mad, he's fucking scary. That's all. Yeah, I called you 50 fucking times, you friggin'. Oh, so he's so mad because I won't help him? Like, no wonder. Like, I'm sorry, but, like, you don't even apologize for how you make me feel like shit. Like, people check. You just fucking, like, we had a really bad fight.
You know, I'm just going to say something about that. I think Chantal has said that she's got an anger problem. And I don't think she's ever gone to therapy for that. You know, she's just an angry person. My theory, I'm not a doctor, not a psychologist. I've just known different people in my life that were very similar to Chantal. My abusive ex, he was always in a state of misery, like Chantal. And he would often blow up. And being around him, it just became apparent to me that the reason why he liked being angry was because that's when he felt the most alive. You know, you got your adrenaline pumping, you're in that fight mode, you feel alive. And that's why Chantal enjoys raging on live streams and being mad, because that's when she feels the most alive, because when she's not angry, she doesn't feel anything. You know, she just feels like a zombie. So she's got two modes, zombie mode and angry, alert, feeling alive mode. And Natter also has an anger problem. So you've got two angry people feeding off each other. She said that she enjoyed fighting with him. It was exciting to her. So she looked at Natter as being exciting because he brought that negative excitement into her life. You know, she loves drama, our girl. She really does. She may be in Kuwait right now and she can't rage, but she loves the drama. She likes being the center of attention because of drama. She likes the release of the anger from the drama. She loves it all.
We were supposed to be broken up. He kissed her live, unbelievable. Okay, cat time. He's a vile human. He is. M. Hobbs, 22. Welcome to Very Important Visitors. Ready, set, bees. Not 50. Well, look, he's playing games with me. That's my phone. Like, I pay the phone bill even. He's so unappreciative. Well, if you're gonna do things for me, but like rub it in or like talk bad about me, then I don't want you to do anything for me at all. It's like you don't even. It's because you treat me like fucking crap.
Yeah, and right now you're in Kuwait, and I'm pretty sure you're paying for a lot of things in Kuwait. Granted, your money over in Kuwait isn't worth much, but I'm sure you're paying for stuff because it just doesn't make sense to me. Explain the logic of you have to come back to Canada in a month, and a month before you leave, you get a new place for you in Sala. So explain the logic, Chantal. Who does that? Who moves into a new place with somebody and then a month later has to go home, not knowing when they can come back? I don't get that. I'm still of the thought that I think that the new place was kind of part of the payout for Sala for spending time with you. Because all of us have been wondering, like, what's in it for him? Everybody's been saying citizenship. I can't exactly say. But I think if that is the case, maybe there are other little bonuses to go along with that, like the new place. Nobody's exactly sure what all he's around for. We're all waiting to find out, but this new place looks suspicious to me. But you are over there paying for Natter, buying him all kinds of stuff. And unlike Natter, Sala is smarter, y'all. He's smarter. Where Natter was going to Chantal and saying, buy the drugs, buy the cigarettes, buy the food, buy these jogging suits, pay the phone bill, pay the cable. My impression about Sala is that he's a little bit smarter. You know, he's not wanting these little things that mean nothing. He wants things that actually mean something. So he will go for things like a new place versus, say, drugs or alcohol. You know, things that he can keep and things that he can use after she's gone. He's playing the game real smart.
I don't like talking about him online. I don't. It is impulsive of me. And I guess it's just going through shit.
You know, she's a liar. She loved talking about Natter online because it got her attention and it made her money. The only thing that she didn't like about it was that it got her in trouble with Natter. And he would yell and scream at her. And then he would do a system. I noticed the system with Chantal and Natter. She would do something to piss him off, and then he would punish her by not letting her come over. He knew how to punish her. He knew that she was addicted to him because she said outright in a live stream, I am addicted to this man. So he knew that by denying her attention, it would make her go bananas. It would make her the most mad. That was punishment. Not letting her come over, not letting her hang out, not letting her party with him. He knew how to punish her. So he would deny her coming over. Y'all remember that cycle where after payday, she'd spend some time with him. And then after about a week or two, she would be home for about a week or two. You know, he was doing that on purpose. She was out of money. So she's out of money. Don't want to spend time with you. And then like a few days before payday, he would let her hang out. He was buttering her up and making her feel good. So she would give up that money. He knew how to play the game with her. And he kept playing it with her, and she just never caught on or didn't care.
and I just want to see what other people think about it. Excuse me, Julia Rockford, you're the one harassing him. Oh, Julia. He's doing it. He's making it that way. I know it.
You know, she acts like a toddler, so Natter treated her like a toddler. You're bad, so I'm going to send you to the timeout corner, and her timeout corner was her home. You're being bad, Chantal, so I'm sending you to your timeout corner for about a week, and just think about what you did, and until you get paid. It was like that all year. So she loved talking about Natter to make money on her channel and to get attention. But the downside of that was the punishment. She didn't like the punishment. She didn't like being cut off from Natter.
He makes $6K per month and he is going to put Dee Dee through school. Dee Dee said he would hit Natter more than 5 times on the job. I never hit Natter. That wouldn't go over very well. He's probably moving with her to Montreal or something. I don't know. Shut off his phone. I will be tomorrow. Or
no, and you know what? That was a lie she told. She never cut off his phone. Well, she did. She did. I'll take that back. She would shut off the phone and turn it back on, shut off the phone, turn it back on. She did that so many times that her own phone company talked to her and was like, is there something going on? Is there some kind of fraud? Because she did it so much.
Later. Recliner queen. Can you not blame me? I mean, come on. I've been friggin'... Shen's panty letter. He wouldn't kiss you on live because he's private, but he just kissed her. What do you mean kiss? What kind of kiss? Oh, Sophia. He's a piece of shit. Myself. Peter Beauty, yeah. Twisty Misty. Wasabi, I know, and he hates Pete. He said things that are threatening towards Pete. And he's nuts.
And why did Natter hate Pete? Why did Natter hate Pete? He has no reason to hate Pete. None at all. You know what I think, y'all? I think this one right here, if those two men hated each other, it was because of her. I strongly feel that she shit-talked about Pete to Natter and then did the same thing to Pete with Natter. That she went to both men and was talking behind their backs, saying all kinds of crap. And because of that, they hated each other. Because the one thing they have in common is Chantal. Or maybe on top of that, the fact that Natter wanted all of Chantal's money, and here's another guy in the picture that's been there a while. He's already being taken care of by Chantal, which meant that less money for Natter. So, you know, resentful of Pete's because he's in a position where Foodie's already taking care of him. And Natter's being taken care of Chantal. And he just was greedy and wanted more.
I'm nuts for... You just said you're on ketamine. Swear in my life. I swear on your life, meow. I swear on... He's straight out lying. Like, he doesn't care about me at all. He's willing to just lie. Wow.
You know, I'm going to say something to that. Chantal wants men to care about her, but she doesn't care about herself. She doesn't care about herself. She doesn't take care of herself. She doesn't try to improve herself as a person in any way, shape, and form. She has ruined her health. She's not going to doctors and saying, what can I do to fix my health? She's not losing weight. She's not doing anything to improve herself and lift herself up as a person. So if you don't give a damn about yourself, Chantal, how can you expect anybody else to care? How can you expect anybody else to fall in love with you if you have no love for yourself? You have no respect for yourself. You know, people go off by the impression that you give of yourself. And if you're slovenly and dirty and disgusting and offensive, no one's going to fall in love with that. And you're at such a high level of being offensive and dirty and gross that even when you pay men to fake love you or pretend to love you, they just can't. The revulsion comes shining through.
That's nice. He didn't change his mind. Consistently lied. Can you like actually fucking believe the nerve of this guy? Like to have some bullshit reason to not want to be my boyfriend, like because I live with Pete's, and he probably fucks this friend of his tonight. Messages me and says no. Is she sleeping over? No, fuck. Oh, really? Really? And pays $200 to come and see you? You fucking lying piece of shit. That's what makes me think about the May thing, because like she paid all that money to go see him. Oh my god.
Yeah, all of this drama over a guy that she did not see as often as she's already seen Sala. This over a guy that she would see maybe 2 or 3 times a week. And Sala has been with her constantly for over a month. The obsession here with Nader. Can you imagine the obsession and the breakdown and the meltdown she's going to have when she comes back from Kuwait? Because he's a decent looking guy. And we saw the way that Nader looked, and she was that wrapped around him. She comes back from Kuwait, it's going to be a meltdown of epic proportions. And the thing that makes me smile the most is that right now she's in Kuwait. And she has said that she's coming home in January, which means she's going to miss out on all of the extra holiday money. She's going to miss that boat. And the only place she can really rage all the way out is on her community post. And she's not getting paid for that. There's no super chats there, no views, no super stickers, no membership signups. And you know what? I love that for her. I do. She's a YouTuber. She's been on YouTube for more than a few years. She knows about the boost in holiday money in December. And she is making the choice to let that go, to not come home early and try to salvage some of that. So you know what, guys? If she comes home, if she dares to come home and she gets that paycheck from YouTube and it's not everything that she needs it to be, if she dares to get on her channel and say, oh, I'm hurting for money, guys. I was in Kuwait. I was losing money. Don't feel sorry for her. This is supposed to be her job. When you do any kind of job, you should take pride in it. In her case, she's in front of the public. She's relying on the public to pay her bills and pay her rent. But she's been winging it for over a year with her job. She's really not been putting in the work, not giving a shit about her channel or her content, relying on drama and being a train wreck to pay for everything. And she made some good money. I'll give her that. Last year she was making bank, but that was because she was doing 6 to 10 hours of live streams a day. She didn't do it ever since she went to Kuwait. Those 6 to 10 hour live streams are gone. So she's losing money. So if you dare to come online, Chantal, and try to put on the sad puppy dog eyes and I've got money problems, guess what? We don't care. Not our fault, not our problem. The people that watch you, I'm sure they've got bills to pay. I'm sure they've got rent to pay. They need their money too. Just because you make stupid decisions for yourself and your channel doesn't mean everybody else has to compensate you for your stupidity. You're in Kuwait. You're looking at your views. You're looking at everything. I'm sure you do. I'm sure you look at the analytics and the revenue part of your YouTube studio. You see how things are going down, and you are not taking a part in fixing the problem by coming home. You're choosing to stay over there because your obsession with Salah is more important than your channel. And if you're operating on the thought that if your channel completely tanks, that he's going to be so in love with you, that he's going to take care of you, think again. He's not in love with you. He's never going to be in love with you. He's just playing out a part temporarily, but this does not strike me as a forever thing. He's not in it for the long haul. He's in it to win it for himself. And once he plays out his part, he's gone. He's just using you for now. And maybe that's appropriate considering how many people you've manipulated and you've used in your life.
Oh my god, I feel like I'm gonna fucking have a fucking panic attack, honestly.
No, you're not.
Oh, DJ, I hope you fuck them because you're gonna have the clap. So fucking get them to suspend it. I fucking hate him. That pickle pig. Is he still alive right now? I want to call him and give him fucking shit. He's a coward. He won't answer the phone. You want to answer the phone? You fucking.
You want a guy to love you, yet you're doing all this crazy behavior. Do you think that by calling a guy like 50, 60 times, that's going to make him love you? Do you really think so? You know, that's the kind of stuff that'll make a guy run away from you because they're like, man, this is too much. I'm being suffocated. I can't even breathe or take a dump without the phone blowing up. You got to let people breathe, Chantal. You know, if you know someone is pissed off, of course you're not going to answer the phone, especially if you're busy. You don't want all that in your eardrum. Nah. You're going to say, hey, I'll wait till later when they've calmed down. Then we can have a conversation. Because if I answer the phone right now, it's not going to be a conversation. It's going to be an argument. And if I'm in a place around other people, I cannot have an argument. See, that's where you lack that logic in your brain to really understand that and think about that. All you're thinking about is, I'm mad. I want someone to fight with. He better engage me in my fighting. Some people will and some people won't. But even if they do, doesn't mean they're going to fall in love with you.
You never loved me. Yes, I'm done supporting him. Can you imagine what kind of fucking sucker would I do with the hair fibers? What kind of sucker would I be? Topics for Christmas. You see this face? You disgrace. No, I'm not going to go into any more of his personal details right now.
Right now, that was a veiled threat. I'm not going to his personal details right now. She always held back a little bit with Natter. You know, you guys notice that whenever she was mad at Natter, there was a line in the sand that she would not cross. And the reason why she wouldn't cross that line is because she was still talking to him and still spending time around him. And she knew if she crossed that line, he would completely cut her off. And she didn't want that. So yeah, she would rage, go off, blah, blah, blah. But she wasn't going to go full out throttle on him. She always held back. She always stopped herself because she wanted to continue to see him and talk to him. And she knew how far she could push things and how far she couldn't.
Oh, hot wasabi. Come on now. Natalie Watson, girl. You're still blind. I know, Natalie. Yeah. I didn't let him threaten FFG. He has no respect for me. He's a fucking piece. Well, Rosalinda Chavez. Well, go away with your white woman victim tears. I won't care for you, Danielle.
And you know what, Chantal? You're in Kuwait. I've been watching the vlogs, been watching the live streams, and I'm going to call it like I see it. I have not seen you make any true positive changes. I've seen you change characters to suit being around Tasala to make him be able to tolerate you a little bit more. That's what I've seen. That's all it is. You're just putting on a character, but you're not truly changing yourself. You're doing it so Salah can tolerate you just a little bit better. So maybe he'll hang out just a little bit longer. But I haven't seen anything in you where you're really trying to change yourself. And you know what? Because you're not really trying to change yourself, and it's all just an act. When you come home from Kuwait, do you see this video in front of me? That's going to be your life again. Not because I'm wishing it upon you, but because it's just logic. You know, I'm relying on logic right now. If you're someone and you live a certain way and you haven't made true change, you will revert back to your old bad habits of, in your case, not cleaning, being filthy, being dirty, eating a bunch of food, doing the drugs, because you have not found other coping mechanisms or other things to do other than the things that you used to do. So if you haven't found anything new to do, if you have not created new parts of yourself, then the old parts are going to reactivate and they're going to go full throttle. That's why I keep saying when you come home from Kuwait, you're going to have the mother of all binges on everything, because Salah's not going to be around to be watching you. He's not going to be around to control you. He's not going to be there. That's going to upset you. You're an emotional eater. You've said that. You're going to binge out because you're not going to have Salah there to be eye candy, to get attention for you. It's going to be all on you again. You're not going to cope with it very well.
I mean, my personality probably just adds fuel to the fire, right? Burnt cheeseburger. Welcome to Very Important Beezers, ready to say peace. Printemps. She was willing to let Natter cook me a day for meal. No, I would never. Hi. I hate you. I fucking hate you. Sorry. Sorry, YouTube. Sorry. I'm sorry. I said it because she knows martial arts. I said it. Or somebody, some woman who can kick a man's ass. I'm just kidding. That's probably not even right to talk about that, but hey.
Yeah. Frenchie doesn't know martial arts. She's talking about Frenchie. Frenchie does kickboxing, which I think is very cool. You know, working out is very cool. It makes you feel good. You sleep good at night. But even if she did martial arts, even if she had a black belt, so what? Why is that a topic of conversation? What's wrong with somebody doing martial arts? Nothing. Nothing at all. I support that. I support anyone who wants to do something physical, whether it's aerobics or calisthenics or, you know, like Pilates, whatever you want to do. Physical things make you feel good. They get your body moving, they get your blood pumping. Chantal, listen, you are an adrenaline junkie. You chase the dopamine. If you want that rush, you can get that through exercise. There's a thing called a runner's high, and you're running and then you feel that euphoric feeling. I've gotten it from running before on the treadmill. You know, like if you're chasing that brain explosion, there's healthy ways to get it.
Women have a right to defend themselves. Where's plain cheeseburger? So go get a good crying, disconnect, just want to move on with your life. Like May, for example, I was just like surprised even. Like I know he, whenever I remember, I'm like, I don't. Of course, I'm gonna stop calling it, but I want to get my stuff back first. Actually, because it is stupid. Like, I'm gonna let him keep all my shit. Like, no.
Yeah, and this all relates to her having that attitude of she just has to get into a guy's house. Part of that is she wants to feel like he's letting her close to him. You know, her plan is to get as close to a guy as possible, but also to leave her stuff in the house so that she always has a reason to call and bother the person. He'll never get rid of her. If she leaves even a toothbrush at his house, she'll make a big stinking deal over it. I left my toothbrush. The more she leaves at your house, the more of a difficulty you're going to have in getting rid of this woman. You know, she leaves her possessions in your place because she feels that you also are a possession. And so she's going to treat her things and you like that. All of it belongs to me. Therefore, I can contact you whenever I want. I can bother you whenever I want. Even if it's late at night, I'm still going to contact you. You know, she just doesn't understand boundaries. The only boundaries that she knows and she respects are her own. But, you know, like her playing that silly game of I'm going to leave stuff at a guy's house just so I can go over there and bother him and text him at all hours just because I'm trying to see if I can have my way with him. Yeah, she does that. She plays her little silly high school games.
No. Fuck. Imagination. Oh, right. You're a fucking piece of shit hypocrite. You know why? You know why? I hope you see this. I hope you eat every word up. You know why? Because you have a problem. You live with peace. No girlfriend of mine is gonna live with.
You know what, Sala? I don't know if you'll ever see this video or any of the reaction channels. The reaction channels, you know, we put things together. I hope you watch a few reaction channels, Sala, or maybe you see this clip from Just Saying. This is who Chantal really is. Okay, this is not an actor. This is who she really is. True, she does things on her channel. She exaggerates herself for views and drama. But this is the real Chantal. You haven't gotten a taste of it yet, Sala. You have no idea what you're in for. You may be in the mindset of I'm just playing a part out with this chick and I'm getting paid in some sort of way. You know, there was an agreement and I'm sticking to it. I'm playing everything by the numbers. I'm looking at everything on the contract and I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm doing what I'm paid to do. But there's what's on paper and there's what's in Chantal's mind. This is the Chantal you're going to get once she leaves. The obsessive, jealous Chantal that's going to blow up your phone, be calling you 100 times a day, raging about you on her channel. Her views are down, her subs are down. And you don't think that she's going to get on her channel, perhaps, if she thinks it can make her money and make up stories about you? Guarantee you she will. She'll say all kinds of stuff. And because you're across the world, how can you defend yourself? She'll take advantage of that too. She takes advantage of the fact that she's got a bigger channel and she's got an audience and she can get on camera and spout a bunch of lies and people will listen and pay her for them. Right now you're in the safe zone because she's there, but once she leaves, anything could happen. She's already struggling, trying to find something that clicks. She's trying to do too much over there. trying to be a food vlogger, a travel vlogger, and a mukbanger all at the same time. And those are 3 different kinds of content. She's just scrambling to see what she can do to pull in different people. She's so desperate for views that she's popping off at the reaction channels, trying to get a reaction out of them, get something going, get some fights going, because that'll boost her views a bit. So if she's coming after us, Sala, she'll come after you too. She's already got your numbers. She's just waiting for the appropriate time to use it. Just want to let you know. Anyway, I think we'll end it here, y'all. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you very much for watching, and everybody have a great day. Bye-bye.